JP.
Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to James Redmond TV and welcome to another live stream. Chat, am I okay? Am I back? Just give me a W or L. W, L. I'm back. Woo! I don't know what happened there. Do you know when something goes wrong on my streams? I know that I am not. See me? Perfect. So that whole intro meant fuck all. I appreciate you letting me know. I thank you. Yeah, so in today's stream, I wanted to talk about Robertson. I wanted to talk about Ben Doak as well. That would be great. And to do what the frick have I just done? Why is my camera? Chat, what's going on? Why is it changed to my laptop camera? Oh my days, chat, what's going on with my stream? Right, I'll just put up with this camera. This is my laptop camera. Why, chat? What's going on? What's going on? Why am I having malfunctions, bruv? Why is this happening, blood? Man just wanted to do a live stream and that, you know what I mean? And it's all going wrong in that. Why is this happening? It's like as if I'm not meant to be live today, you know what I'm saying? This is bullshit, fam. Chat, if my microphone does a Bandulu thing, then you just let me know. If my face does a Bandulu thing, you let me know. Gremlins, blood. Gremlins. Oh my days. So the point that I was making at the start of the video when I was speaking like Mickey Mouse, and I will change my camera, but right now I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it as this one. I know it's not as good. Yeah, so the thing that I wanted to talk about was Andrew Robertson. I also wanted to talk about, Ben Doak being injured, but the main topic is Andrew Robertson because more news has came out on his front when it comes to how long he could be out for. It's not really looking too great. And then on top of this as well, Nunez had an absolute masterclass against Brazil, which was just fantastic. Yeah, love it when Nunez can dunk on Gabriel because now Arsenal fans are all rattled by it and it's brilliant. But yeah, big up to everyone who's in the stream as well. Chat, recently I've had a big problem with YouTube and it tends to happen. Oh, no. I might get copyrighted. Yeah, I've had a big problem with YouTube that as they haven't been sending out like the links and stuff like that, which has been very frustrating. Like they haven't been sending notifications to people and YouTube's been doing a madness. So if you don't mind, and only do it if you enjoy the content, please do smash a like and subscribe because it gets it more out there. And as I'm getting back into the algorithm, this is just how the game needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's delve into it. So actually, just while I've got the majority of yous as well, before we delve into the news, I wanted to let you know about the schedule for today, so you can follow me about on different YouTube channels. So of course we've got this show up until 12 p.m, so noon. At 12 p.m, I'm going to be live on Lee Gunner's channel. We're going to be live for an hour, and then at 1 p.m, I'm going to be live on Saeed's channel. At 2 p.m, I'm going to be having rants on this channel as well, which is going to be great content. And then at 5 p.m, we've got Premsy and Gunny. 9 p.m, we've got another big show. So nothing but stack shows for you guys today. About 5 shows on various YouTube channels, which will be great and fun. Anyway, so without trying to get copyrighted, this tweet very briefly says, Kostas Tsimikas now likely to be our starting left back for a few months until Andrew Robertson recovers from injury and likely surgery. How are we feeling about this, Reds? And that's the question that I want to propose to you guys. How are you feeling about Robertson being out? How do you feel about the fact that, wait there, glitching in the Matrix? Am I glitching? Don't let the island game fool you. Try and stay away from conspiracy talk. Oh, guys, am I okay? Am I glitching or am I fine? I don't know. I'm a little bit. Do you know when the streamers are going well, you start to think like, because I don't see the same as you. I'm not watching from YouTube. I'm watching from StreamYard, so it's different from my perspective. It'll say that everything's fine on my end, unlike yours. But yeah, the idea is that Robertson's going to be out for a few months. For me, that's a little bit concerning. And the reason why that's concerning is because I think, like I said before, I don't know if you heard me, but I did a tier list yesterday, and the only player that got into the poor category was Tsimikas. And rightly so. I don't think he's had a good season. I don't think that he's performed well. I don't think that he's shunned the world of light. And at the same time, I just think he's been very average. And besides set pieces, this season primarily, he just hasn't had much to offer. Chat WRL, because I'm not trying to be, harsh on the Greek Scouser. But I do think it's fair to say this season alone, he's not really set the precedence of a standard Kostas Tsimikas performance. Now, the positives is if he was to get a run of games, this could be presented as an opportunity for him to find form. But then you've got to analyse the attributes and say, well, is he a better defender than Robbo? No. Is he better at going forward in certain aspects than Robertson? No. Do I think the delivery is more precise? 100%. Do I think that not only is his delivery more precise, but I think his set pieces are better otherwise? Robbo just is the more efficient player. He suits the system more, and that's just the way it is. Shout out to Honesty Hortensia. He says, I'd rather play a 3-4-3 because Kostas is just not good enough. So, chat, would you do this as well? Would you go with a back three? Now, how would that line up? And you know what? That's a great little segue. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go on to the This Is Anfield lineup prediction or lineup selector. And we can play with this theory on that if we are happy to do so. If we're all happy with doing a 3-4-3, or if you want to persist with a 4-3-3, let me know. So chat, let me know the formation that you guys will persist with throughout the season or throughout the next couple of months with this Robertson injury. Couple of months of shimmy ball. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no. Rather play Gomez at left back. Do you remember when Joe Gomez first joined the club in 2015 and that was his role? He played left back for a good couple of games, to be fair, and looked very, very sound in those opening 3 games and then got a devastating cruciate ligament injury, I believe it was, and then everything fell short afterwards. Robbo's the best corner taker we have. Possibly. I don't think so. I think Szoboszlai could probably take that mantle now. I think he's a great corner taker. But Robertson's very efficient. He's very direct. That's the one thing I like about Robertson. He gets it into the areas. But chat, do let me know. Do you think that we should maybe run through what our lineup would be without Robertson? And the reason why I asked this, if it's a 4-3-3, there's no point because the only change that we're making is Tsimikas. If it's a 3-4-3, now it's a little bit of a different dynamic. Now we're seeing a few more changes in the team overall. Now we're seeing changes in the midfield. The back line's going to be different. Maybe it might not be overly different, but listen, like, what someone said before, Gomez could be given a chance. Gomez could play in the back three, which would be great. And then we've got to ask, Joe Gomez is probably, based on performance so far this season, the most reliable dude to go out and actually do a job. Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, and Ibu back three. These shall not pass. That would be a great back three. And then that gives Trent the license to even go into more midfield positions, more attacking positions, and it also takes the defensive aspect off his game a lot more. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that'll be an interesting one. Shout out to Richards. He says Liverpool versus Everton 4-3-3. Alisson, Trent, Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Matapendo, and McAllister, Szoboszlai, Salah, Nunez. Yeah, listen, I can't wait to do that Everton preview. That's going to be on Today's Wednesday, so it'll be tomorrow, the Everton preview, funnily enough. So tune into the channel tomorrow for that. Ali, Virgil van Dijk and Ibu. Trent, McAllister double pivot with Ryan in the 8, Szoboszlai in the 10. Front 3, Salah, Darwin, Diaz when Curtis Jones comes back. That could be a good shout. That could be a good shout. Okay, then. Well, if you are all doing your 11s, let me do mine. This isn't going to be my starting 11 prediction. Because in all honesty, chat, I think that we're just going to persist with Tsimikas. But if we are going to exercise the thought of what is it that we're going to do in the absence of Tsimikas, I'm more than happy to entertain that conversation. So what I'll do, I'll share this screen for you now. You can see what I'd do. And yeah, we can delve into that one because it is a little bit of a worrying thing. And do you know what? If you have Tsimikas a year ago, we're not as worried as we are now. But the only thing is, it's not a year ago. He's been playing much, much worse than what he has done in recent times. So Alisson in goal. Centre-back, so Virgil van Dijk. I might not do it in this exact order. Maybe you can change it. Maybe you can play Virgil in the middle, Kanate on the right. But I think what makes the most sense would be something like this. If you are going to do a back three, this would be the thing that makes the most sense to me. Putting Gomez on the right side at centre-back where he's familiar with. Because if he plays centre-back, he plays right side at centre-back. If he plays right back, he plays right back. Put him on the right-hand side. Now, the thing that worries me about 3-4-3, and if you noticed against Brighton, we did try and do a more diamond formation, so it's not this formation, so it makes you think Klopp's exercising formations that have got 4 at the back. He's not really looking to do the 3 at the back thing at the minute. At the start of the season, that seemed to be the case, so probably wouldn't be too bad, but as you know, when we was going with 3 at the back, we looked a little bit, open like a brass house in Amsterdam, you know what I mean? Anyway, right mid. Is Trent here as an option? He is, so you've got to put Trent there, don't you? Left mid. Chat, would Curtis Jones be like, someone whom you consider? Because I think, if you're going to go with a 4-3-3, Diaz would be that forward, no? Or do you play, because someone talked about the double pivot, and then you can play him in the 10 maybe. And then what? Do you put Trent like? Do you put Trent maybe like this? Because this is what we were trying to do at the start of the season. Chat, is this a W or an L? Based on whatever it is that we were meant to do. Because I think it was honestly Hortensia who recommended this idea. And it was McAllister and Gravenberch in the double pivot, which I don't hate the sounds of. And then at left centre, attacking midfield is Sobo, Trent. And then, of course, this actually on paper looks like a fucking gorgeous team. I'm not even going to lie. And the difference of this team and the reason why this team specifically looks so good is Sobo and Trent next to each other. It really is. Now, the thing about Trent being there is that he's not as as often in deeper positions, which is where I think he finds his passes. He was even on LFC TV the other day talking about vision and things like this. Yeah, is that what this is? 3-box-3 or 3-diamond-3? That's the thing. I don't know. Because this would be the diamond 3, wouldn't it? Or would this be... Or no, this is the box, sorry. 3-box-3, yeah. And then the diamond 3 would be more along the lines of... Would it be a diamond 3 or... Yeah, so something like this. But then, if it's a 3 at the back, what do you do? Like a front 4? Kind of like the way City have been doing. Honestly, Klopp won't do any of this. But it's about finding solutions in the absence of Robbo, you know what I'm saying? Question, James, do you think we will go for a left-sided centre-back and can also play left-back in January? Or will he give Chambers a chance at left-back? I haven't watched much of Chambers, so it'd be disingenuous for me to say he's definitively going to play there, you know what I'm saying? Luke Chambers is someone who I know that can play centre-back and he can play left-back. I don't know how well he can play in both of those positions. So, for me, I would be a little bit concerned. Switch Trent with McAllister. No, currently it's a box. Okay, so that's a box currently. Or do you mean it was a box currently? I think it was a box currently. James, Craig says you stole his laptop. Yeah, so Craig, the situation with Craig, it's interesting and it's incredibly disingenuous if that's what he's saying. There was a time where I worked on his channel. And while I was working there, I was not contracted to anything or whatever. But Craig always painted this picture, and he's done this with people before. And it's why he's fell out with people on his channel before, like Paddy Murphy and stuff like that. He got me a laptop one time without me even knowing. So he sent it to me without knowing. So the brief story is, right, with Craig, and this is why me and him don't do content no more. He went out on platform saying that I'd stole it. Now, the definition of a gift, chat, is not stolen, right? The definition is the donee has to give to the the donator has to give to the donee, right? And then he's got to do the delivery, and then the donee has got to receive the gift. Now, I was 19 at the time. He sent it without me even knowing, and he was like, there you go, mate, that's yours. Now, he never, obliged that it was a contractual thing. He never said it was a work item. However, when we separated on Anfield Agenda, I said, I'll happily give you it back. Then he went on his platform, lied that I took it, and I said, until you apologise and say that I never stole it, you're not going to get it back because, one, I don't have to give you it back, and two, and by the way, it was an Apple laptop, and as you can see, oh wait, there, no, I'm not using my thing, so I wanted to show you the laptop that I'm using, but like, I don't know if you can see like this laptop, but it's not like an Apple laptop. I wanted to show you it. So I don't even use it, and he can have that laptop back anytime. But if he's going to go on his platforms, Lion, why am I going to go out the way to send him it back when it didn't even need to in the first place? Craig's so disingenuous, and he's a liar, and I'd love to even speak about it to him in like behind closed doors on the phone, because he is incredibly disingenuous, and that's the thing I don't like about Craig. And I said publicly on a platform a couple of years ago, unless he apologises about lying about me, saying that I was disrespectful and saying that I stole shit, you can fuck off, because you haven't got a leg to stand on, you absolute bum. You know what I mean? So Craig can piss off, honestly. And if he's going to continue to lie, let him. He could have had that back whenever he wanted, but instead he wanted views. And by the way, I would strongly encourage, if anybody steals an item like a laptop off you, you should take that to some legal authorities or some shit. You know what I mean? So you can relay that back to him if you want, but complete liar, brother. Complete liar. Honestly, drama everywhere these days, but that's just what it is. Craig's drama galore. He falls out with everybody. He's fell out with the majority of the people he works with on YouTube. And the time that I was working there, he was trying to get me to stop working with people like Rants, people like Redmen TV. And I weren't even contracted to work there, you know what I mean? And he made out like that laptop was a gift, this, that, and the other. And the second that he let me, and by the way, do you know why he let me off the channel? Because I turned down to do a watch-along that I weren't obliged to do. Do you know what I mean? So I'd be more than happy to speak about this to him on the phone or even on a show, because he doesn't have a leg to stand on by saying I stole his fucking item. That is so incredibly disingenuous. And if he's going to make a legal claim, I'm going to make a legal response. And the legal response is you wouldn't have a leg to stand on in court with that. And I'd encourage him to do so. Chat, if someone steals something off you for that much money, you should go ahead and do something. And by the way, you can have it back. But I just asked for a public apology because you made a legal claim which can damage my image. I've defended myself before. I'll defend myself again. Craig can continue to lie. He's a great YouTuber. I'll give him that. But otherwise, though, he is an absolute liar. And he's done this before and broke relationships before with many people. But, you know, and you know what? For a man who talks about mental health all the time, he didn't give a fuck about lying on my name. So that's Craig for you. But there's a reason why he blocked me. You know what I'm saying? Fucking dickhead, mate. Fucking dickhead. Craig was always whining. He just wants popularity and attention. But this is what Craig is, though, chat. Craig is someone who he's views. Chat, if somebody actually took an item and stole an item off you, would you be a bitch and go online and go, oh my goodness, yeah, you know what? I'm going to speak about this online. Or would you take that to a legal authority? By the way, the laptop that he bought was a good laptop, but he never even let me know. It was one that I never asked for. He claimed that it was a gift. And the second he let me off the channel because I didn't agree to do a watch along because his ass couldn't be asked, he was like, sweet, then I want it back. And I was like, fine, I'll give you it back, but it's going to be in my own time because I've got things to do. And he was very disrespectful when I left the channel, so I wasn't in a rush to give him it back because I'm the one who has to go out my way to deliver it. And he didn't need it. He was just being petty. So therefore, he's got no leg to stand on when he says I stole it. If he wants it back, he can have it back, but that's going to come with an apology on a public platform by lying about me stealing it. Fucking liar. Like, that's what he is. He's a liar. And I do this with him on a back and forth discourse on stream because I know that he loves clicks. And instead of actually needing a laptop, what he's gone and done, he's gone and lied because he likes clicks. He likes beef because that's what gives him view retention. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm fucking saying this to him because I'd love to talk to him about it. But what did he go and do? He blocked my number. And then he tried to get me to message him through a lad who works on his channel, which I was never going to do while he was continuously chatting shit. And he was speaking shit about, because he let me go because I never done a watch along. Literally a week later, he's chatting shit about me. What a fucking toolbox. Know what I'm saying? So listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. And it might have been fair enough for him to get rid of Paddy. I don't know what Paddy did. He let me go because I didn't agree to do a watch along. He then went on his platform and saying I was disrespectful, when actually he was the one who was aggressive with me. Now I then said, Craig, you're the adult here. Let's speak like mutual adults instead of being bitches. He then didn't like it. He then said, give me my laptop back. I said, fine, I'll give you it back in your own time. A week later, he says, I've stole his laptop. I say, I never stole his laptop. And until he apologizes, that's when he can get it back. 2 years later, I still haven't had that apology. And that laptop's still cooped up in my Mars. So fucking let him sort that out. That's not my problem. You know what I mean? And he's always I always invite Craig to speak about this personally. I've never really wanted to make a big deal of it because he is a family man, and I'm not really looking to, for someone who's had like a lot of mental health problems, I'm not looking to send people his way. But he never gave a fuck about me. He never gave a fuck about sending people my way and giving me shit. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the score. That's just how it is. So whether or not, it is what it is. Craig, Redmen TV. Nah, Craig isn't a part of Redmen TV. I'm still cool with Redmen TV. And notice, chat, anyone else, for instance, I don't do as much work with Cop TV no more. I don't do as much work with Redmen TV no more. Ask them about me. We're still cool. I'm still cool with Paul. I'm still cool with Chris. I'm still cool with Alex. I'm still cool with everyone who I've worked with in the past, bar Craig. And there's a reason why Craig, and also chat, also know Craig manipulates the situation. Because because I've not seen him say, I seen him after I left the channel say that I owe him a laptop. And I said, that's fine. I'll give you your laptop back, even though technically I don't owe you it because that doesn't meet the legal definition of a gift. When you give someone a gift, there's a reason why, chat, if someone gives you a phone, they can't just ask for that phone back a year later because you might not have a backup phone. Now, that weren't even the case with me and Craig. I said, I'll happily give you it back. But when he came out and lied about me on his platform, saying I was this, that, and the other, calling me names, and then also talking about this laptop as if I'd stolen it, I was like, so wait there. So you delivering it all the way from Ireland to where I live, my exact address. Not even, he surprised me with it. He bought the laptop and then sent me a screenshot of it. I was like, wait there. And I was 19 at the time. So obviously, as a 19-year-old, you're going to be buzzing with that. So yeah, mate, listen, I'm happy to respond to it because I've got nothing to hide, but he's just an absolute liar. I told him to get you on for a debate or something, and he said, absolutely not. Said you stole it, and I didn't believe him at all. You're not someone to do that. That's if well, the thing is, you can't steal a gift. It's impossible. But what he'll be talking about is that after I left the channel, I agreed. Okay, I'm happy to give you it back. But then when he started getting aggressive, when he never got it back when he wanted, bear in mind, he let me go out the blue off the channel because I didn't agree to do a watch-along that I was not obliged to do. Craig is incredibly disingenuous. He's a liar, and he would not come on a stream and do a debate because he's a fucking shitbag. Now, if he wants to call me on the phone, I'll say that to him because that's what I believe about him. But here's the score. I don't want to send hate to Craig because he's a family man. He's got his kids to feed. He's got a family to take care of. And his YouTube channel is genuinely friggin' amazing. But otherwise, if he's going to be lying about me, I have got a legal right to defend myself. That's how it is. So we can have it back, but it is going to come with a public apology. And that's the way that this works. Okay? Don't give it back. He's a bum. Josiah, the point, the laptop was never the principle. I've never used the laptop. That was never the thing. Don't lie on my name. Because when you make a false claim legally about someone, chat, that can therefore damage their image, their brand, potential opportunities in future. And Craig never gave a fuck about that. Craig always talks about mental health. He never cared about my mental health when he was getting his subscribers to message me saying, you owe Craig this, you owe Craig that. I owe Craig fuck all, first and foremost. And second of all, I said I'd give him it back, but it will come with an apology because he made a legal claim on my name. And if he really needed that laptop back, he wouldn't have gone to his YouTube followers. He would have went to some authoritative figure who could have solved this matter behind closed doors. That's the way it is. Craig is a man-child, says Toxic Tash. He's shown many examples before where he's been a bit of a baby on stream, where he can't quite handle the heat. There's been times where he also talks about mental health, but he never gave a fuck about my mental health when he lied about me. So that was my thing. But I'm more than happy to speak about it, and this is why I'm happy to speak about it on this platform, because that's just what Craig is. He's a liar, chat. So I'm not even going to speak about it no more. If he wants to have a phone call, I invite him to unblock my number. We could never resolve this because he blocked my number. And the only reason why I got off the channel was because of this. Now, the only way he's got a leg to stand on is if he can prove that this laptop was a work item and not a gift, which he can't because he never clarified it in a text, an email, or a contract, right? So he can try and speak to all of his followers. I'll let his followers come all the way here, and I'll tell his followers straight, by the way, do you know your master? He's a liar, because that's what he is. So fuck Craig. Paddy said that they were going to a Liverpool game. Craig was scared he'd get hate. So he sacked Paddy on the spot. Wait, what? He fell out with Paddy because Paddy said that they were going to a Liverpool game and Craig was scared. Yeah, Craig was always scared to go round Anfield. Why not? Because he's got a lot of enemies. That's why he's scared to go round Anfield. He falls out with a lot of people. He speaks about a lot of people. He speaks shit about people behind the scenes all the time. He spoke shit about AFTV. He didn't want me to do work with Rants. He didn't want me to do work with Redmen TV. And I weren't even contracted to be on his channel. So the only way he's got a legal claim is if he can prove that was a work item. For instance, I used to work for a charity. That charity gave me a laptop, an iPad. Now, the obligation was I've got to bring back this iPad if I'm ever to leave work. When I left the charity, I gave back the iPad because if I kept the iPad, that's been a stolen item. Now, Craig cannot provide any text, emails, or contracts to say that the item that he sent me was a work item. In fact, it was a surprise because at the time he was trying to claim this thing, like this big brother thing, like, oh yeah, mate, I'm going to take care of you while you're on YouTube. When that was never the case. In hindsight, I realized it. He was always trying to get me to supersede in chat. If you know Craig, you'll know. He does this thing for clicks where he's like, oh, I'm going to leave the channel at the end of the season. He done this when I worked on the channel. He probably saw me as the guy who could take over Anfield Agenda, and that's what he talked about me, or talked to me about personally. And the proof of this is when you go on his Twitter from years ago, he was talking about he wanted to leave this, that, and the other. So I was like, fine. And I thought, you know what? Two of the biggest Liverpool content creators coming together, this would be great. In my time there, he said, mate, I'm going to send you a surprise. I go, what surprise, you little dick? Like, I'm thinking, don't be sending me a surprise, lad. We're mates. And he says, here's a laptop. Now, I'm 19 at the time. It's an Apple laptop. I'm thinking, oh, my goodness. Thank you. Go into me, mum, Craig's just got me this. It's just for nothing. Like, just because he was being sound. But it turns out there was always a string attached because he could never get me down on a contract. That was his problem. He never liked that. He wanted to control me. He wanted to stop me working with people. He was never paying me enough to stop me working with people. So he's a liar. The only thing he'd probably have a leg to stand on is that we had a mutual agreement that I got paid early for shows. And because he let me go out of the blue, he paid me early for a show. And then he said, okay, you can pay me that back by sending the laptop back. And I said, fine, but all this thing about on your channel, you know, back and forth and whatnot, I'm happy to send you whatever money you paid me early, even though we agreed that you pay me early and you let me go out the blue. However, I'm happy to give you that back as well as the laptop. But you are going to apologize about making false claims of me stealing that laptop because, believe me, you buying the laptop and you sending the laptop to my address and you confirming that it was a gift is not me stealing a laptop. You fucking disingenuous liar. That's what Craig is. So, yeah. Cameras, what a character you are, bro. Always cheering me up in tough times. Never change, brother. Nerdy Paddy, you're my guy, fam. You're my guy. But chat, like, when you go over to Craig, don't show him any hate because I don't want to represent this channel the way he represents his subscribers, getting people to come over to me and send me messages. You know, he can come out all he wants and talk about mental health. He never gave a fuck about my mental health when he lied. So, listen, if he wants, I invite him to a phone call personally. I invite him to record that phone call because guess what? I've got nothing to hide. Now, there's a reason why he's blocked my number and he's decided to put this on public platforms. Why? Because he was going to try and scare me because he knows his platform's much bigger than mine. But really, he's just a liar. But anyway, chat, I actually wanted to make this a more footballing-based stream, but I am going to be going live on League Gunner's channel now. So if you do want to come round, Redmen TV is so cool. Redmen TV, I'm still cool with them. I'm still cool with Redmen. I'm still cool with Alex. All my working relationships that are current and past, I'm cool with them all. That's the difference between me and Craig. He fucks up all his relationships. And I remember when I was there, he'd try and speak shit about Alex from Cop TV, AFTV. I remember he was like, oh, you working with Rants is causing me problems. It's all in text. So fucking, he can fucking say I'm lying all he wants. The fucking texts are there. And then he'd need to provide text and evidence to suggest that I stole something off him, the fucking turd. Anyway, let's stop talking about that tool. And that will be the last time that I address that until he decides to take this further. And if he wants to speak to me personally like a proper man, then he can. Anyway, but we know that that's not what he's going to do. Guys, I fucking love yous, mate. I love you so much. Use it all belter. And you deserve to know the full story in the context of that because when people are lying about me, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, much love. I will see you all on League Gunner stream. Now I'll be live on Saeed stream at 1 as well. So see you there.